What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. Today's vehicle is an 07 Lexus GX 470. It's in for a full detail. The owners of this vehicle, they're up visiting their parents, whom I've done a couple of their vehicles. They were wondering if I could fit them in, and of course I was happy to. So I just got done picking it up, got it back to the house. Before we take a look around, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Drop a thumbs up if you like the video. So with that being said, let it begin. Alright guys, we're going to start off by giving the exterior a good thorough rinse. This will help loosen up any dirt or grime that is on the surface of the vehicle before we move on to the actual wash. Now when you're washing, make sure that you use overlapping patterns and make sure you're rinsing out your wash mitt after every panel or two. That way you're not introducing any more contaminants into the paint. Alright guys, so I'm kind of curious to know how much you have paid or would be willing to pay to have your vehicle detailed. So let me know down below in the comments. With the exterior washed and dried now, I'm going to start on these floor mats. They're going to take the longest to dry. That way I can get them out in the sun. So what I'm doing here is I'm spraying down some of my carpet solution. It's Chemical Guys Fabric Clean. Then I'll use my drill brush to agitate and try to lift and bring as much of that dirt to the surface as I can. And then I'm going to use my pressure washer just to hose it off. Follow it up with the extractor to get any excess water out. Now the problem with light colored carpet and floor mats is it does not hide anything. These were no different. There was a lot of set-in stains, and I was able to remove a good portion of them, but there was some that, I could just make look better. And at the end of the day, I have to remind myself that I'm detailing, I'm not necessarily restoring. And it's always good to make sure that you set realistic expectations with your customer, or if you're getting a detail, understanding that not everything is going to come out. So now that I'm done with the floor mats, they're in the sun drying. The first thing I like to do when I start the interior is go around and give the vehicle a good thorough vacuuming. This will help me give a better picture of what the floors actually look like and where I need to do any extracting or any stain removal. In case you were wondering, I always do 2 vacuums whenever I do a detail. So if you see anything I missed, don't be alarmed. I always go through when I'm done with the vehicle and do a second one. That way I can pick up anything that I missed or any of the dirt or contaminants that I brought back into the vehicle when I was detailing the interior. So here I'm using a soft hair detail brush in my vacuum, and I'm just going around and agitating and trying to get as much of the dirt and dust as I can off of all these surfaces. Now this makes it 10 times easier for when I start actually cleaning with my all-purpose cleaner. That way I'm not just smearing any dirt or dust around the vehicle. So now that we're done vacuuming, we're going to go ahead and focus on these carpets. Now the process for this is very simple. We're going to pre-treat with some Folex, then we're going to spray down some of our carpet solution, use our drill brush to agitate and try to loosen and bring as much dirt as we can to the surface. And then we're going to follow it up with the extractor, and hopefully we can get some of these stains out. if anybody is looking to pick up a good carpet extractor, either for your car or for just your house, I highly recommend this Bissell Spot Clean Professional. It's relatively cheap and it packs a powerful punch. You can find the link to this in the description box, as well as anything else that I use in this video. For these leather seats, I'm using some Meguiar's D101 all-purpose cleaner, diluted 15:1. Then I'm following it up with my detail brush, going around and agitating and trying to lift as much of that dirt up as I can. Then I'm going to wipe off any residual cleaner with my microfiber towel. And then once I lift this tape, you're going to see just how dirty these seats were. I'm going to wipe all the interior surfaces down with a microfiber towel and some all-purpose cleaner. And for any areas that I can't reach with my towel, I'm going to use my detail brush to get into. Sometimes you don't realize how large a vehicle is until you actually get inside and start cleaning. This Lexus was no different. It didn't look that bad on the outside, didn't look like a huge SUV, but once I got inside, there was a lot of surface area that needed to be cleaned. Took me a little bit more time than I had expected. So this vehicle had some staining in its liner. This one appears to be blue marker. So what I'm using is some Folex spot and stain remover. I'm agitating with my detail brush and working that solution in. Then I'm going to wipe away any excess with a microfiber towel. And if you've never used Folex, I highly recommend picking some up. It's an awesome stain remover. It works on almost any stain, and it's definitely something that you should keep around the house. Now that the interior of the vehicle is done, I'm going to finish it up with some 303 Aerospace. I'm going to dress all the hard interior surfaces. This will offer a nice UV protectant and leave it with a nice clean matte finish.